Following the February 26th bombing of the World Trade Center, Port Authority officials thought it would be sometime in April before the towers would reopen. However, that estimate changed with help from a small army of workers. Tower 2 tenants have begun moving back in, a process that is expected to occur over the next 2 weeks. Governor Mario Cuomo, one of the first tenants to return, took a tour of his offices on the 57th floor and was quite amazed by the tower's restoration.
Voila, the place is better than ever. It's awesome. I'm not exaggerating. It is awesome. I didn't expect it to happen.
Managed to clean the rugs, the upholstery, the walls, the windows, and the drapes.
It looked like a big ball of soot. There was soot all over the place, on the mirrors, floors. The door was black, so couldn't even see the governor's name. It was black, so. And the carpets were black. It looks 100% better.
Besides cleaning up the layers of soot, crews installed battery-powered lights in stairwells and elevators, a new radio communication system, and portable backup generators.
The regular fire alarms, the regular public address systems are all functional. So, I mean, we have more than enough security and safety on this floor that we could assure everyone that they can come back and not worry about a thing.
Stepped-up security also part of the changes. Port Authority officials say no one will be permitted to use the elevators in the towers without proper identification. Danielle Campbell, News 12, Long Island.
The 200 tenant companies in Tower 1 will be moving back in gradually over the next 10 days, since there's not enough elevator space to accommodate all the movers and their cartons of computers and paperwork all at once. As tenants inside unpack and try to get settled in, it's also far from business as usual outside. The parking garage where the bomb actually went off is still closed. Cranes are still working on the Vista Hotel, and emergency crews surround the towers. And tightened security is a constant reminder of the terrorist attack.
Is that your ID? Yeah. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, you can
From now on, everyone who enters one of the towers must wear an ID card and get cleared by a beefed-up security force. The center is also working with police and fire officials to make long-term engineering changes. Other changes have already been made.
A number of enhancements, including battery-pack lighting, enhanced communication systems, phosphorescent signing in the stairwells, basically to address the issues we had to address on the 26th.
But even with the new safety measures and special counseling sessions for employees, some who experienced the terror in the towers are still too traumatized to come back.
There are some people who are not back in the offices today. We're hopeful they'll be back later in the week or in the month.
But ironically, the center's director says overall spirits here at the towers seem to be higher than ever. He says New Yorkers seem to be rallying around the World.
The blast has been somewhat of a blessing for New York's troubled construction trade. They've been working around the clock to try and complete the mind-boggling number of repairs.
Lieutenant Sabara turned to Lieutenant Kelly saying this isn't a bad ceiling collapse, it's a World Trade Center explosion. We didn't know the extent of it at that time, though.
It will be at least 3 weeks before the entire complex is reopened. It's not easy to do business under these circumstances, but the workers are doing their best. The Path Station entrance to the World Trade Center is an underground shopping mall, but many of the businesses complain that with fewer workers in the complex, there are fewer customers. The Port Authority says it will try to help them.
We are currently exploring now some type of equitable credit or equitable relief that might be granted to tenants that in fact have suffered an economic loss as a result of this.
The big businesses seem to be coping the best. A 20-year tenant of the World Trade Center says his company plans to spend the next 20 years there.
For the last 6 or 9 months, we have been in significant and fruitful negotiations with the World Trade Center management and have concluded a new lease, concluded negotiations for a new lease, which is in its final stages of being refined.
He says an agreement on a new lease was reached prior to the blast.
In the spring of 94, and going on from there. No.